A shocking confrontation is exploding between the US and Canada. President Trump has made an extraordinary demand, targeting a resource few thought was even negotiable. It's turned a quiet Canadian treasure into a global obsession and put a vital treaty on ice. This clash is all about one precious resource: Canada's fresh water. This crisis began when President Trump escalated beyond recent tariffs on goods like lumber and steel. He publicly mused about turning Canada's vast reserves into a large spigot that could be opened to relieve American droughts, specifically mentioning the shared Columbia River. In a coordinated move, the U.S. government froze negotiations on the 60-year-old Columbia River Treaty, which manages flood control and power generation. Ottawa pushed back immediately and forcefully. Prime Minister Mark Carney declared, "Canada is not for sale," stating that no foreign power has the right to commandeer the country's natural wealth. His stance was backed by over 85 Indigenous and environmental organizations. The unified message was unmistakable: the northern faucet would stay shut. Canada had definitively declared its fresh water a sovereign asset. The reaction in the United States was severe and immediate. In the drought-stricken American West, farmers in California's Central Valley saw their hopes for a new water supply vanish overnight, staring at empty irrigation canals and facing potential crop failures. This threatens to cause double-digit price increases for staples like lettuce and almonds. Beyond agriculture, the industrial fallout was rapid. High-tech sectors were hit hard. Semiconductor plants in Arizona, which consume millions of gallons of ultra-clean water daily, faced production delays and warnings of layoffs. Furthermore, energy providers in the Pacific Northwest, who had counted on Canadian river flows, were forced to rely more on coal and natural gas, causing consumer power bills to rise across the region. The shockwaves from this confrontation extended far beyond North America, sending a global message. Water has become the 21st century's most strategic commodity, and Canada, holder of nearly 20% of the world's supply, is now seen as a gatekeeper, not just a supplier. This move also damaged U.S. credibility among its allies, raising questions about the reliability of American commitments if even a decades-old treaty with its closest partner could be disrupted. Politically, the strategy backfired domestically for the U.S. administration as well. Critics from both parties called it an overreach, and leaders from border states publicly questioned the wisdom of picking a fight with a close neighbor over such a vital asset. The move created uncertainty for the 40 million Americans who rely on the Great Lakes for drinking water. So, where does this leave both nations? For the United States, the era of cozy assumptions is over. The hard lesson is that leadership in a world of scarce resources depends on cooperation and adaptation, not just dominance. America must now pursue costly and slow solutions like massive investments in water conservation, recycling, and desalination plants. For Canada, this is a defining moment of sovereignty. Prime Minister Carney's defiance has given him the political capital to push for stronger national water laws that would make any future foreign demand virtually impossible. Ottawa is now positioned to use its freshwater reserves as powerful diplomatic leverage in future trade deals with Europe and Asia. This confrontation proves a stark reality. Even between the closest allies, when survival is on the line, everything becomes negotiable. The choices made now will reshape the North American relationship and have economic and environmental consequences for generations to come.